And what I have today, I'll share just a little bit of our strategies of our new strategic plan. I only have 155 slides to show you today, but what we did was, I'll just do a few of them for you and touch on the highlights. We went around, we talked to businesses around the community, and we came up with a new vision. And it's a very ambitious vision. It is that Ivy Tech Community College will earn 50,000 high-quality certifications, certificates, and degrees per year aligned with the needs of our workforce across the state. Now that's a very ambitious goal. We're at 21,500 right now. And this is a 5-year strategic plan. And they said, well, we're going to change our mission statement. Now, many of you, when you've worked in your organizations, you come up with mission statements, and they always, brevity is good, have it memorized, but we're educators and we like words. So our mission statement is here, and it says, we are Ivy Tech, Indiana's community college. We serve the people of our state through accessible and affordable world-class education and adaptive learning. We empower our students to achieve their career and transfer aspirations. We embrace our vision of economic transformation, inspired by the education and earnings attainment of our citizens and the vitality of our workforce and the prosperity of our unique and diverse communities. That's a mouthful, but we live it. And we have been very deliberate in developing our strategies to back that up. So, as I said, I'm just going to flip through these strategies and just highlight, cover the basics of it. One, obviously, is the student success. To ensure the basic needs of our students. Now, our students come from a very diverse background. One thing I think you'll find very interesting is that 48% of our students now are traditional students, which means age 21 and younger, which kind of is a flip on what we've been in the past. We have mostly adult learners re-entering the workforce, changing, upskilling. But now we see that we have more traditional students. I think part of the reason is that parents are seeing the benefit of starting their students here at Ivy Tech the first 2 years. The credits they have are transferable to the 4-year colleges in this area. And we've seen a growth in just some numbers for you right now. Currently, we are at around 1,500 full-time students. Those are students who are earning 12 hours or more. Total head count, which means they're taking one or more classes, including that, about 2,200 just here at the Anderson campus. Now, people are usually pretty surprised when they hear that we have that many students. And you'll see them walking around here today going to class. That's one of the advantages and sometimes the noise, but we love our students to be a part of these things and have you see our students. We have this facility, but we also have the one on 53rd Street. The one on 53rd Street is our healthcare clinic, and that was sponsored by St. Vincent's. They were generous to allow us the ability to build a sim lab. If you haven't had a chance to see that, please, it's worth your time and effort to go see it. It's an amazing facility. We often get requests from colleges across the state and also out of state to come in and look at it. We also have a dental hygiene clinic. That clinic, we serve about 152 patients a week. So it's an affordable alternative. They can come and get their teeth cleaned and also get full panoramic x-rays that we can send off to your dentist. And those services are really fantastic and what they do. We just added 50 new nurses who applied for the program this past semester. So we'll go on to our next one. Oh, our metrics. Retention is often a little more difficult to do, especially in the community college student. A lot of our students have families, they work, married. Our goal for the first year will be 70%. We're at year 0 right now. I'm proud to tell you we're already at 71% retention here at Anderson. Again, I think a lot has to do with the traditional student. It's a little different when you go fall to fall. You lose a few students, but in the community college world, that is pretty average, but we have more aggressive goals to go. Also in recruitment and enrollment, we have what we've added this year is a position, a lot of you might know Diana a lot. She's our recruiter. She's been to a lot of the events, But we added another position, and that's the college readiness coach. This person will be embedded in the schools themselves, as we'll have an office in the schools and spend a lot of time in Answer, but we'll also rotate out to the county schools. And this person will be there specifically to help those students get ready and register for college, whether it's with us or with someone else. There'll be a connection coach there at all times to discuss all the options there are in post-secondary education. Let's see here. Revenue generated headcount across the state, about 100,472. As I said, right now here just at this facility, we're around 1,500. Now remind, this is a C3. We did was we classified our campuses as C1, C2, and C3s based on size and demographics. And our service area is Madison County and Southwest Delaware County. So, and that's revenue generating recruits, completion, as I said, the completion itself, we want to create a seamless K through 14 system where we can get in there with dual credit. And as you know, we have a really robust dual credits format where students can earn their high school credits along with college credits. They use our syllabi, our deans can oversee what they do in the classrooms and work closely with the high schools and every school in Madison County. Recently, Liberty Christian got on board, and and all those credits, by the way, are free. They don't cost the student anything. Once they get that credit, they can take that credit to any four-year college, or for us, we would love for them to come to us. But we feel it's important to do this for the community, do it for the students, and save those parents literally thousands and thousands of dollars. So they can, I think right now, last count, we were saving over $500,000 to Madison County parents through this program. Again, these are numbers these are statewide metrics, now broken down by campus. Workforce. Now this is something that's new. It's interesting, and I think many of you will find this pretty fascinating. We have divided our programs into quadrants. Quadrant 1 is those programs where there's the percent completion is high, demand is high, but low supply in the seats, which means we need to boost up those programs where there is more capacity, the higher wage earnings in industrial manufacturing, robotics, IT. This means there's a lot of jobs out there, but we need to put more students in those programs. So these are ones that we want to increase. Also in quadrant, that was quadrant 1, pardon me, my bad. Quadrant 2 are low demand and high supply programs. These are programs where there are, I'm looking at here just a second. This slide is backwards. What it is, in quadrant 2, these are where there's a high supply and limited room for growth. Now let me explain how that works. We need a lot of nurses in this community. RNs are always in high demand. These are limited enrollment programs where you need a specific student to a teacher ratio. And we have to grow those programs slowly because, like the Indiana State Board of Nursing says, well, we'd like to add 20 new spots. Well, you have to get approval to do that and then have to match that with the number of faculty. Quadrant 3 are those jobs where we have a lot of students in this area, but there's not so many jobs out there. And so what you don't want to do is have programs where you're training all these students and there's not that many jobs, it's a shrinking market. I know we use this example, but if there are, and I know they use Burning Glass and workforce development numbers, but the last thing you want to do is train a lot of students for a limited amount of jobs. And then the fourth thing is equilibrium. That's where it's just about right. You've got right enough programs out there with the right enough students, you're good to go on that one. So it's something new. It's a new metric that we're being judged on. and encouraged to really ramp up those high-paying, high-tech jobs in this corridor. One thing I will say that we're pretty convinced that I-69 corridor down through here has tremendous potential in the IT market. So we're looking at classes in coding, IoT, and that sort of thing, ramping those up. One thing we've learned, we just had a meeting with several of our manufacturers, and they need industrial maintenance people with a background in electronics. And we offer electronic engineering. So that's going to be a focus of ours. And employees, we like to have high-performing and happy employees, don't we all? And one thing that we've found, that since we have broken off with more autonomy, is our employees now have more responsibility, but they can really affect change. They have buy-in to this. They realize how important it is for us to be successful in this community. And fortunately, we have tremendous employees here. And one, I think she's hiding or behind the block, she disappeared. She really organized this with the chamber. And if you remember Linda Fritz, she was my assistant. Well, she moved on to greener pastures, and there she is, Heather Jacks. She is our new administrative executive assistant, and you'll be seeing her face now a lot more, as well as I want to thank LaCoya Rochelle, because she's the executive director of our foundation, and she was kind enough to supply the funds for the breakfast this morning. So thank you, LaCoya. Some things that also you might not know and want to share with you. Financial, yes, we love people who give and donate, by the way. Feel free. We have, this building would not have been possible without the generosity of so many people in this community. Obviously, Rickers have been very kind. And one thing that's changed, we went from a regional board of trustees. We do have our state board of trustees appointed by the governor, but now we'll have a campus board of trustees. And Nancy will transition from the regional board over to the campus board. Sally DeVoe was one of our trustees. She is now state board, the foundation board in Indianapolis. And I have a sneaking suspicion she might be back as a campus board member. I haven't asked her yet, but I don't think she'll say no. Oh, she says yes. We just were fortunate to bring on Jeff Buck. He is the chief engineer out at Nestle to our board of trustees. And as I look across the room, I see a lot of prospects here. So I might be tapping or knocking on your door to see if you might be interested in that, or our advisory boards. In the past, our advisory boards were spread out across the region. They did a fantastic job, but we thought it's important now, since we are a self-sustaining campus, we really need to hear what your needs are. That's why we're here. We are our community's college. So we will be reaching out to the local people in different sectors in education, manufacturing, agriculture. Now we don't have an ag program here necessarily. It's at a neighboring campus, but it's still important. The advanced ag program, as you know, is totally digital. You can set a combine up and program it, and it'll do a field just like GPS. So there's some really cool stuff out there. But as I said, we have been through a lot of changes here lately, and we're going to need your help, quite honestly. Some other things that I want to mention, and I'll wrap this up. I want to thank the mayor for allowing us to work with him on Parks and Recreations for the summer program. What we're going to do is we're going to bring some junior high students here on campus as part of the rec program, and we'll give them a little taste of what it's like in the different areas of nursing, in the dental area, which really kind of grosses them out when they have to, you know. But we have, that's always fun to watch. My office used to be over there, and walking through and hearing the suction machines and all that, I'm over here now. It was just kind of It's just a thing. Then also we'll run through the robotics courses that we have, the IT. They can set up their own data center, run their own internet, full wire, do those sorts of things. Also, I think we're also going to do some business classes, some criminal justice. We'll have a squad car here, and they get to, those are always fun things for them to do, but also get some thinking about their careers and where they're going to, what they want to do. We have to reach out and get them thinking about college, that it is so crucial to their future to think that there's options out there that they can get, and also inform parents it is affordable. Right now at Ivy Tech, our credit hour is $135, which is pretty affordable. And you can get a full degree for around $8,000 and a technical certificate for around $4,000. Now, I'll put this in context. I have students all the time come here with their teachers, and we walk them through the robotics lab, and I said, do you guys realize that with a 2-year degree and a certificate in PLC, that's program logic control, you can start out at one of these companies for $71,000 a year? And they go, oh, that's cool. And the teacher's like, where do I sign up at? But those are the realities. Our nurses, you know, they go through the state boards as a bachelor's student, but a nurse, after their second year, working 3 12-hour shifts a week, can make up to $65,000. I mean, these are very attainable goals and accomplishments that they can do that can really change their lives and change our local economy. And that's what this is all about. And that's why our last goal was community. We want to put community college back into the community and make it locally controlled and locally focused. I've already reached out to many of the manufacturers here, many of the local government entities, and said, what do you need from us? And this is what's going to be nice, because now we can tweak our programs and make it more like a boutique college. We can't do everything. We can't be all things to all people. Hospitality, a wonderful program. We have that in Muncie. We're not going to duplicate it here because it's so close. They have culinary, but we have interns out at Hoosier Park and in the back of the house and also in the front of the house. I think we have some of our electrical engineering students that are on the floor working on slot machines. We have several, right now we're working with Amazon to do virtual internships, and we'll have more about that coming up in the near future. So there's just a lot of changes going on, and I'm excited to be here at the front end of this endeavor. I'm looking through my notes, and what did I forget, and who did I forget? One other thing, before you leave, if you have a chance, if you haven't done so, please pick up some of the workforce readiness grant information out here. These are grants that will pay you to hire people or take your existing employees and upskill them. And Brian Douglas is our workforce alignment person. He can, Dr. raise his hand. He will give you more information about that. So there's a lot of really great programs out there. And again, we really hope that you take advantage of those and spread the word. And finally, YEA, Young Entrepreneurs Academy. That is a program that was started this year by Anderson High School. We're helping them out with speakers. I've already called some of you yesterday and asked you to help, and you were so generous to jump right in and say, yeah, sure, what can I do? We had this program, it was kind of county-wide after school a year or two ago, but they've added to their curriculum. And it's a group of students who had to apply to be accepted into the program, and they've developed their own businesses. And if you would like to be an investor in that panel, and I know Hoosier Park is on board, Rickers, Steve Magner with Texas Roadhouse, and our own foundation. They're looking for investors because they use the money for prize money, also send the winning team to New York to compete nationally. But we've been helping them with the business plans, our business department, and assisting the teacher that's doing it. And they have some really neat ideas. You remember, I think one had the bully button, a few years ago. So we put them in a Shark Tank, and they're going to practice the Shark Tank with the Guppies. Our business students are going to help run through the paces, and then they'll be presenting to the investor panel. So it's a great alliance that we have with our local schools and with the local government, and also with AU. We just had them out here the other day, and it's great when you have such a great working relationship with your community. Again, if I can answer any questions you have, please see me after this, and thank you for coming, and I appreciate your time. Thanks.
Time for our business announcements now. If you've never been here for a wake-up breakfast before, what we do is for $5, your business or organization has the opportunity to make an announcement and let everybody know about it here during the wake-up breakfast. It costs you $5. If you didn't get a ticket on your way in, you can do it on your way up to the microphone, actually make your payment. Jill O'Malia is going to be up here with the microphone. Carlene Gunter is going to be over here with the gong, as she so proficiently does. And if you go over your 30-second boundary for your announcement, you will hear, hopefully a little bit louder than that, but nonetheless. So then all of the money that is collected from that goes to a nonprofit organization. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. With that, I'll invite you up to give your announcements, and I'll hand the microphone off to Jill.
Thank you. And as he said, if you didn't get a ticket early on and you think, oh shoot, I want to make an announcement, I will give you a ticket and I will take your $5. So if everybody wants to line up over on this side of the room, that would be great. And we will talk about your businesses. Come on forward. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Andrews. I'm a volunteer with SCORE. SCORE is an organization that helps small business. I usually speak at the breakfast and I tell you about we're the guys that will help anybody start a business or help your business become more successful. But today I'd like to say that we are looking for volunteers, people who want to give back to their community and become a SCORE volunteer. So if you are interested or think about wanting to give back and help other small businesses grow and get better, go to our website, score.org, and follow the prompts and sign up. Thank you.
Sounds great. Good morning. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Debbie with Lone Earls Pregnancy Resource Center, and I just wanted to let you know that we're looking for volunteers, interns, and also that we're having a Mother's Day 1920s theme fundraiser, Queen for a Day. So if you want a flyer, we've got those, but more importantly, what we do is we help mothers and children with the necessities that they need, along with building self-esteem, educational opportunities, peer counseling. We can follow them all the way through their pregnancy as long as they need us. That's what we're there for, and we really want your support and your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect timing. Girlie, you wanted to do that, didn't you? Good morning.
Hi, I'm Ann. Oh, are you going to hold?
I will.
Thank you. I'm Ann Ely. This is my husband Lane, and we're opening Weston's Appliance. Kitchen appliances, washers and dryers. We're so excited to be in Anderson, and everybody's been so welcoming so far. We're going to be at the new, it's new store down at the old Sherwin-Williams off of Meridian Street downtown. So Lane's background was with H.H. Gregg, and we saw a great opportunity up here, kind of perfect spot. So we're very excited. Fun fact, I'm the talker of the two. So. Thank you.
Thank you, and
We
welcome.
should be opening, hopefully, Raymond for March 5th.
Great, I was past there the other day, and it looks like you've made great progress.
Sounds like she's from Southern Madison.
It does, a little southern girl.
Hello, Lane from Chicago. We met in Arizona and we moved to Indy in 2002.
Oh my goodness, we'll need to hear that story later. Thank you and welcome. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Gary with Secret Families of Madison County. We're a local Christmas charity helping elementary age school families in Madison County that really have nothing. We get those families from the social workers and school principals, so we don't have to make that decision. But we started in 2010 with 6 families. This past year, we helped 81 families, a total of about 421 people. And it's just amazing, these people that really have nothing and that we're able to bless. And we appreciate you being part of it. You might hear more later. Leave one now.
Carlene takes her job very seriously. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Steen. I'm also here with Secret Families. And I just want to let all of you know you're going to see our email campaign start up for our 2018 year. We're starting early. So we ask that you please keep us in your thoughts and give us consideration to help our 2018 season. We look forward to helping more than 81 families this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did she take some of her time?
No. And another new member, chamber member.
Good morning, my name is Armand Wright. I'm a real estate broker, and I have a background in mechanical engineering and MBA, and I specialize in teaching people how to get a high rate of return on their IRA and investment capital. Thank you.
Thank you. And Marlene needs no introduction. Marlene Carey.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to let you know St. Vincent is continuing to grow and meet the needs of the community, and our most recent announcement is that Dr. Nancy Wozniak, who is one of the OBGYNs with our all-female OBGYN midwife practice, is expanding her practice up to Alexandria and also to Yorktown in the new facility that we just opened recently in Yorktown. So we're expanding out regionally, continuing to do that. And if you know people in those communities who are looking for a great OBGYN, you can contact those offices. Thank you.
Great, good to know. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
My name's Carla Hudson. I work at Primrose. I've been a nurse for 50 years. We have a group that we call Retired Unexpired. And there twice a week we get together. One of our statements this week was the cure for crime is not in the electric chair, it's in the high chair. It's something to think about.
That does give us something to think about. Anyone else going on that wants to make an announcement? We'll be raising the money this morning for Open Door Health Services. So I want to be able to pass over this money to a representative. Katie Maggard is here. She's going to come up and tell us a little bit about Open Door Health Services. Let's welcome Katie. They're new to the community as well.
Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? So I am here to represent Open Door Health Services. We've been in Muncie for over 30 years and have expanded to Madison County. We're really excited to be part of what's going on there. So we do have a couple different offices. We have a WIC location, we have a family plan location, and then as of 2 years ago, we have a primary care location. And at that location, we do offer adult health, pediatric care, behavioral health. We do help assist people who are in need of insurance. So we are a federally qualified health center, so we accept everyone. We love to have people come visit us. We would love to have more patients. So if you have any questions, please search us out. We also do have a mobile unit that has been primarily in Muncie, and we are going to get involved in the schools in Anderson, so we're really excited about that. We think it's a great partnership. We're going to be working with Head Start in the schools, so yeah, find us if you want to know anything more, and we'd love to talk to you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, and let me give you, you don't need all the tickets. This is a little awkward, but it spins.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, welcome to the community.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
And now I will be glad to give this back to the beautiful breakfast.
It's not the first time we've shared a microphone together, but it's the first time you've ever called me beautiful.
And